Now on WDAM 7 News at 5, a COVID uptick noticed here in the Pine Belt, the area pointing to the rise in a look around the Magnolia State.
Plus, how the Hub City and a local clinic are teaming up to make sure kids can go back to school as safely as possible this fall.
Plus, the rain continues to diminish on the radar.
Calling on the community, the need to continue to help honor a Hattiesburg and college legend.
We're proud to always be on your side. This is WDAM 7 News at 5.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us for WDAM 7 News at 5. I'm Caroline Wood. A slight uptick in coronavirus cases across the Magnolia State. Last week, the Department of Health reported more than 1,400 cases. Today's count alone was nearly 30% of last week's numbers, and the Pine Belt contributed to 85 of those cases. Over in Covington County, the hospital reports a big uptick in confirmed COVID-19 cases. Tonight, Charles Harrington speaks with the hospital administrators about treatment options for those who test positive and a new plan to open temporary vaccination clinics at local community centers.
More people are testing positive for COVID-19 these days at the Covington County Hospital. Administrator and CEO Greg Gibbs says his staff has seen more patients with positive tests in the last week than they saw in all of June.
It's concerning. Just in this first 7 days, we've gone from where when we were in a lull, in the 3 to 5% range of our tests were positive. Now, just this past week, we've been 18 and 20% of our tests are positive. And, we have a treatment option that's available, the monoclonal antibody treatment. That's the standard of care, and we have it, and I encourage these folks to get it.
Gibbs and other hospital staff are also encouraging people to get vaccinated. Today, some staff members and concerned residents came before the Covington County Board of Supervisors to ask for their support of a new plan to open one-day vaccination clinics at county community centers in August and September.
We'd like to set up and do vaccination drives there so we can be where people are. They can come more easily, hopefully, and have that extra encouragement to get that vaccination.
I'm very happy as well that the hospital will also implement homebound, those people that are not able to come to get vaccinated. We are planning and implementing a project and program that will take us to them.
Supervisors took no formal action on the proposal, but said they would work with the hospital to set up specific dates and times for the vaccination drives. Charles Harrington, WDAM, on your side.
Sanford said vaccinations are still being provided at the hospital's drive-through clinic on South Fir Avenue, and rapid testing is still being done at its clinic next to the Collins Civic Center. Meantime, a vaccine clinic will be set up for students here in the Pine Belt. Melissa Rademacher joins us live in the studio this evening with details. Melissa.
Caroline, there have been COVID-19 vaccine events at the C.E. Roy Community Center in Hattiesburg before, but this back-to-school clinic is aimed towards kids ages 12 and up. On July 17th from 9 a.m. until noon, parents and kids are encouraged to come out and get their shot. They will have a choice between the Johnson & Johnson and Pfizer vaccines. J&J is approved for ages 18 and older, and Pfizer is approved for ages 12 and older. Dr. Anita Henderson, a pediatrician at Hattiesburg Clinic, says they have been vaccinating kids who qualify, and doctors are more than happy to talk to parents ahead of the clinic.
Ask questions. We have lots of parents who are asking good questions. They obviously want to do the best thing for their child, and we want to do the best thing for our patients. So both of my children have been vaccinated fully, and I would never recommend anything for my patients that I did not feel 100% comfortable with.
There is no limit on how many shots are available, and everyone who gets the Pfizer vaccine will be scheduled for their second dose on Saturday, August 7th. The vaccine clinic will be on Saturday, July 17th from 9 a.m. until noon at the C.E. Roy Community Center. And while it's aimed towards families and kids, anyone in the community is welcome to come out and get their shot. Caroline?
All right, thanks, Melissa. Meantime, one of the world's biggest drug makers has a different take on the COVID-19 vaccine. It's over booster shots. Pfizer says it's stepping up efforts to develop a third dose against coronavirus. It cites immunity concerns from the different variants, while the FDA and CDC believe Americans don't need boosters yet and say it's not up to companies alone to decide when they might be needed.
Whiplash really is troubling to the American people, but understand vaccinations are your best bet right now. They're still incredibly effective.
If we don't get enough vaccinated, there's going to be another variant that's probably worse. It's just, that's the way viruses work.
Pfizer says its research showed booster doses of its vaccine produce levels of neutralizing antibodies that are 5 to 10 times higher than what's produced after 2 doses. And that's a wrap of our coronavirus headlines. For the latest, head over to our website or download our news app. What started as a nice and sunny day turned into a torrential downpour just before 3 o'clock. Heavy rains moved across the Pine Belt, and while it seemed like a lot of rain, most places saw about half of an inch. At this time, the showers seem to be dwindling. Rex is in the Weather Center with more. Rex.
Yeah, it seems to be falling apart now as we look at everything, Caroline. We'll take a look at the Alpha Insurance Skycam. This one it's at Laurel Ford and Laurel. Temperature there is 72 degrees. Feels like it's 72. They've had 30 hundredths of an inch of rain. And that rain gauge today, you can see all the rain. We had a lot of reds on the radar earlier this afternoon. That's beginning to fall apart. Now it's just light to moderate rain in most of the Pine Belt. And here's what it looked like earlier, that line of red moving through. But that's what dropped the heaviest rain. Now we're seeing just light amounts of rain falling. I think this will continue to diminish throughout the afternoon and evening hours, well, especially the evening hours now. And I'm sure we'll be partly cloudy overnight. Very humid, lows in the low to mid 70s. Caroline?
All right, thanks, Rex. The Covington County Sheriff's Department has some job openings to fill. Sheriff Daryl Perkins says he needs 2 new certified deputies, 2 corrections officers, and a new dispatcher. Last September, Perkins hired additional staff and had 1 new position approved by the Board of Supervisors.
It's an everyday battle with personnel. You know, people take and leave for higher paying jobs, or they find out that they really don't enjoy the job as much as they thought they would. So it's a daily struggle to keep employees.
You can find out more about the job openings by going to the department's Facebook page, or you can call 601-765-8281. The Ellisville Police Department is getting 2 patrol cars added to their fleet. The Board of Aldermen approved the purchase of 2 new Dodge Chargers. The basic models cost around $24,000 each and will be outfitted with radios and equipment from older cars. The board also approved additional money to cover the cost of installing blue lights, push bumpers, and other necessary equipment. It's been several years since the department has purchased any new vehicles. Today, the Laurel Police Department hosted its 6th annual Fill a Truck. It was set up in front of Walmart on Highway 15. Police department officials were there from 7 a.m. until 4 in the afternoon. If you were not able to make it out today to donate, it's not too late.
Even if they can't come today, they can bring it to the local police station, take it to the Soup Kitchen, the Good Samaritan Center, or they can go online at the Good Samaritan and make a donation there.
And if you weren't able to donate at all this time around, they will be hosting another one in November for Thanksgiving. Mayor Toby Barker and the city of Hattiesburg are looking for groups to adopt the Clyde Kennard Memorial Highway portion of Interstate 49 and help clean up litter. The Memorial Highway section stretches from the intersection of Highway 49 and Hardy Street and extends north to around the MDOT district office.
Our city workers cannot keep 350 road miles of city right-of-way clean every day of the week, and so we are putting a call out for the public to help. We're asking for 6 to 8 groups to sign up to once a month go and pick up one side of Clyde Kennard Memorial Highway and commit to do that for the next 6 months.
Mayor Barker says this stretch of road is just a start, and he hopes to extend the program to more areas of the hub city soon. Residents in Hattiesburg's Ward 2 now have access to fresh, organic, and free produce. The Organic Garden is at the Osceola McCarthy Center at 607 McSwain Street. It has peppers, figs, carrots, cucumbers, eggplant, and more. all for free.